My struggle with drugs was huge in my life, and God helped me to overcome that through a program called Teen Challenge. I went through the program, and actually I didn't even want to go into the program. God got me away from the lifestyle. He separated me from the drug lifestyle with jail. That's what he used to pull me out of the environment. And then in that environment, kind of like a butterfly in a cocoon, he began to develop me and change things about my life. Introduced me to Teen Challenge through that environment. And I went to Teen Challenge, and it was just an amazing transformation. It was just a place where I could actually find myself. My Light Ministry is an umbrella for the Zy Project, which is extreme intervention, which covers drug and alcohol intervention. And then it also covers Wisdom Records, which is the musical side of My Light Ministries. And it's called My Light Ministries because that's exactly what it is. You know, my passion is to help people who have drug and alcohol problems, and my passion is also to do music. And God shines a light through me through those two things. So hence it's called My Light Ministries, and in that ministry it encompasses the two flames that really light my life. My organization's affiliation with Teen Challenge is the fact that, one, I'm a graduate of Teen Challenge. I am not an employee of Teen Challenge. Sometimes I have to explain that to people because they think that somehow I work with or am under an umbrella with Teen Challenge, and I'm not. My ministry endorses Teen Challenge through the fact that when the band goes out, we raise money in churches all over the country, and that money goes towards helping people to get into programs like Teen Challenge. We pay for their enrollment fees so that they can get into the program. The Zy Project is a sponsorship-based program. What I do is called the Zy Project. For about 12, 13 years of my life, I was a cocaine addict. And it wasn't until I gave my life to God, it wasn't until I surrendered and let the Lord take over that was taken away from my life. And it wasn't just that it was taken away from my life, there was a void that needed to be filled by God, and when he filled that void, it also came along with the calling to help people who still have those problems, who need to come out of that environment, who need to be lifted up and then put into places where they can actually get their lives back together. So that's, I got involved with drugs back then, but you know, once again, it's just that path. You know, we all have this path that we have to walk, and it's being directed by God. And we just don't, sometimes we can't see around the corner. I didn't see this life that I would have today to understand what all of that and how all of that played a role in this life that I have today. You know, to do things like that, that's what we stand for. We're about people being healed and people being changed, not only through music, but also through action. You know, it's more than just praying. It's about being an answer to prayer. And that's what the band kind of stands for. We take action so that people's lives can be changed. It's always free for the person who is actually being or going through the intervention. It's free for them. But there's an outside source that is sponsoring, because it costs money to drive to Arizona or Colorado or New York or wherever I have to go. You know, there's things that need to be covered. So God showed me that this is how he works in our lives. He uses outside sources to move us in different directions. The last thing they have to worry about, and the first thing that they'll use not to get into a program, is that I can't afford that. But when you take that rug out from under them, now it's like, okay, well, now I have to deal with these situations. Well, I can't use the excuse, I can't afford it, because I don't have to afford it. Now I just have to work on why is it that I really don't want to get in. And part of what I do is help people to understand why they need to get in and where God fits in to that plan. My job is to help them realize that they have to go someplace. And a lot of times people know that they have a problem and they need to do something. They just don't know how to do it. If they could do it, they would do it. And then there's this gap between saying, yes, I will go into a treatment program, and actually walking through the doors. People fall through those cracks. All this stuff comes up in their lives and they get sidetracked with it. My job is to keep them focused on, this is where we're going and these are the things that we need to do to get there. And at this point in time, it's not me, it's God. Right now as it stands, there's 100% success. Over the last 5 years, every single person whose God's brought me into their life, they have walked out of their environment and walked into a program.